Imagine a continent, a vast land brimming with gold, diamonds, and resources so immense they could power the world. Now, imagine that same continent is often portrayed as the poorest on earth. What happened? How did a land of unimaginable riches become a symbol of poverty? This isn't a simple story. It's a labyrinth of history, power, and paradox that begins long before modern headlines. For centuries, Africa was home to some of the wealthiest empires in human history. Think of the Mali Empire, ruled by Mansa Musa. His wealth, derived from salt and gold, was so legendary that his pilgrimage to Mecca literally changed the economy of every city he passed through, showering them with so much gold that its value dropped for years. This wasn't a one-off. The Kingdom of Axum, the Great Zimbabwe, the Songhai Empire, these were global powers, centers of trade, learning, and immense prosperity. They weren't just rich in resources. They were rich in culture, innovation, and influence. So, where did all that wealth go? The story takes a dark turn with the dawn of the colonial era. European powers, driven by their own industrial ambitions, carved up the continent without regard for its people, cultures, or existing borders. It was a systematic extraction, not a partnership. The vast reserves of gold, diamonds, cobalt, and rubber were siphoned away to fuel factories and fill treasuries thousands of miles away. Infrastructure was built not to connect African people, but to connect mines and plantations to ports, creating a one-way street for wealth to exit the continent. Independence in the 20th century didn't magically fix this. The economic structures designed for extraction remained. Today, the story is even more complex. Political instability, corruption, and unfair global trade practices continue to drain resources. Loans with crippling interest rates create cycles of debt, and multinational corporations often negotiate deals that benefit them far more than the host countries. Africa is still exporting immense value, but the profits rarely stay to build schools, hospitals, or local industries. It's a modern-day version of an old story. The continent is not poor, it is being systematically impoverished. So, when we look at Africa, perhaps the question we should be asking is not why is it so poor, but why, after centuries of relentless extraction, is it still so resilient, so vibrant, and so full of potential? What would the world look like if Africa's wealth was finally allowed to build Africa's future? Think about that.